Welcome to the Movies, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos, back with your daily dose of movie love. I hope you're well. I know I am. As you can see by your screen, we're going to be giving an update on the Armie Hammer cannibal story. It gets stranger and stranger, and we're going to dive right into it in just a minute. Before I do that, I do want to say special congratulations to one of my fellow subscribers here, Just Dave, whose eagle-eyed viewing of yesterday's video, my unboxing of the 88 Films Jackie Chan Blu-ray collection, he spotted the pop-out figure, and it was Jet Li, and that won him a movie. So, Just Dave, I'm gonna be reaching out to you fairly soon, and I'm gonna be mailing you out a free movie because it pays to subscribe here on Master Chaos TV. By the way, before we get started, drop me a thumbs up so you don't forget, because if you like crazy Hollywood stories, if you like physical media, if you like movies or Hollywood in general, then you've come to the right place. Master Chaos TV is your home away from home. You're welcome here. I always say it's a party, and that's the truth. Okay, pal, I am a few, over 100 subscribers away from 1,000, and it would be amazing if I could get to 1,000 by Valentine's Day. If I do that, I'll surprise my wife. I'm going to bleach my beard and then dye it hot pink for you and for her. I don't know if she'll like it, but I'll do it for you because I owe you that much. Okay, enough fiddle-faddle. Let's talk crazy Hollywood cannibals. Okay, pal, let's start off with some definitions. Here's an article from Insider.com written by Canela Lopez. A viral rumor claims Armie Hammer is into sexual cannibalism, blood play, and vorarephilia. What in the heckadoodle is that? Let's find out. Blood play. This is a new one on me. I mean, unless you're a vampire or something, it's not my thing. Let's find out what exactly it is. Blood play is the sexualization of someone bleeding and possibly drinking their blood, consensually and without abuse, you would hope. Williams said it is quite a common kink. Blood fetishists may be sexually aroused by the sight, feel, and or taste of blood. Some blood fetishists enjoy sexual activity during a female partner's menstruation. Vorarephilia, or vore. Vorarephilia is the erotic desire to swallow someone whole or be consumed. It is often practiced by people swallowing dolls or miniatures in the presence of their partner. I got Chief Brody from Jaws. If I just went like this would turn people on and go, ah. The fantasy does not involve chewing or murdering someone. Does not. Okay. Sexual cannibalism. Now, I think we can guess what this is about, but I'll read it. While vore is the fantasy of swallowing someone whole and alive, sexual cannibalism is the fantasy of eating and or cooking parts of a person. The act of consuming human flesh is illegal, thank God, in the United States. But according to Williams, sexual cannibalism can be role-played in a less drastic, consensual way that taps into that desire without harming the other person. Such fetish, again, emphasizes closeness and shared power between participants. Williams explained, one person may become aroused by completely giving themselves to the partner, while the cannibal may be aroused by fantasies of consuming the partner and becoming an actual part of them. Okay, now that we're sort of on the same page, that this is the thing that happens, let's dig into how this affects Armie Hammer and potentially his whole career in Hollywood. This article on thecut.com by Claire Lampin reads, yet another one of Armie Hammer's exes speak out. Another woman who dated Armie Hammer has come forward about the actor's allegedly violent proclivities. Paige Lorenz, I guess she's a model, I'm not sure who she is, told Page 6 that Hammer branded her, purposely left her covered in bruises, and also talked about consuming her in addition to emotional manipulation. Lorenz, a 22-year-old college student, reportedly dated Hammer, 34, for 4 months in 2020. Wow, during the virus? Okay. During that time, she told Page 6 that the Rebecca star built up her trust to ease her into darker things. Never a good sign. He would compliment me and tell me things that would make me feel on top of the world, she recalled. He knew what he was doing and knew how to get me to do these things. He was smart about it. Hey, that sounds like a sociopath to me. Lorenz says Hammer would physically bruise her during sex, then encourage her to show off the marks and be proud of them. She says that when she asked, how am I supposed to see other people when I have bruises? He said, that's the point. Creepy. According to Lorenz, Hammer sent people nude photos of her she didn't even know he'd taken, and on one occasion carved an A into her pelvis with a knife. I kind of sat back and let it happen, Lorenz told the tabloid. I didn't really know what to do or say. As sad as that is, I wanted him to like me and feel like I was down for what he wanted. In a statement to Page 6, Hammer's attorney, we have to, of course, include this. He says, these assertions about Mr. Hammer are patently untrue. Any interactions with this person or any partner of his were completely consensual in that they were fully discussed, agreed upon, and mutually participatory. So he's basically saying, yeah, it happened, but she was cool with it, so what is she bitching about now? That's what he's saying. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying she's a bitch. I'm just saying, reading it as a layman, what this attorney is saying. Hey man, whatever, she was cool with it, now she's being a hoe. That's the vibe I get. That is my interpretation. Lorenz told Page 6 that she had no experience with BDSM before Hammer, who led her to believe that theirs was a traditional BDSM relationship, although she now sees it as coercive. And when he allegedly mentioned consuming her, telling her he wanted to remove and eat one of her ribs, for example, she says she thought he was kidding. It didn't register to me this was something he was serious about until he brought it up multiple times, and seeing other women come out with the same thing, and then it was like, wow, this is really scary. Yeah, it is. Meanwhile, on social media, screenshots of the actor's alleged DMs have been circulating for weeks, many of them detailing a purported desire to eat the sex recipients and or drink her blood. Hammer said in a statement to Variety that he would not respond to such bullshit claims and called them vicious and spurious online attacks. And earlier this month, Courtney, I'm going to butcher this, Vucekovich, another of Hammer's alleged exes and the founder of an app called Flashed, I've never heard of it, reiterated similar experiences to Page 6 and described what she says was Hammer's habitual psychological abuse. Hammer did not respond to Vucekovich's allegations. Earlier this month, he stepped away from a new movie project, claiming he wanted to spend more time with his children. I'd be scared for those kids. For her part, Lorenz says she broke off a relationship with Hammer when eventually she began to feel what he had done and what he was doing to her. When she began to feel? What does that mean? When she began to feel what he had done and what he was doing to her? What does that mean? Feel it. Okay, it doesn't matter. It takes a long time to really understand what happened and how someone manipulates you, she said. It's disgusting that he coerces women into these situations. It's dangerous. It is. The dude can mess up. And if he has a dead body in his hand, I think in one of his tweets he said, I'd love to kill you, but then I'd have to worry about what to do with your body or something like that. That's fucked. Now it does get crazier, so stay tuned because I've got a couple things I want to drop towards the end of the video that, it's going to bleach your butthole. That is a guarantee. If it doesn't, well, no, I'm not going to pay for you to get your butthole bleached because you don't need that to happen. Well, it depends on what you do for a living. Anyway, a USmagazine.com article here by the US Weekly staff says Armie Hammer's estranged wife Elizabeth Chambers is horrified over his alleged DMs. Armie Hammer's estranged wife Elizabeth Chambers, beautiful young woman here, is reeling over the private messages he allegedly sent other women that have since surfaced online. Elizabeth was horrified and shocked. A source exclusively reveals in the new issue of Us Weekly she's living in a nightmare. Now, question. She's been married to this guy, right? They have 2 kids as far as I know. She didn't say, oh, it's bullshit. That's not true. No way. 100%. They're lying. They're making it up. Unless maybe there's no love lost between them. Maybe they hate each other, whatever. But she says shocked and horrified. My guess, my commentary on the situation is she knows this is true. And the fact that he's tried to do this with other women is what's shocking and horrifying to her. She doesn't even recognize the man she married anymore. Ooh, that's bad news. The source tells Us she wants to help Armie get help but can't do it on her own. A second source, meanwhile, insists that the bakery owner, 38, she owns a bakery, okay, did not know about any of these women, of course she didn't, who allegedly had relations with the actor. Hammer exited the Jennifer Lopez movie Shotgun Wedding in the wake of the controversy. He was also forced, this is new news, to issue an apology after a video from his private Instagram account leaked online, showing a lingerie-clad woman whom he referred to as Miss Cayman in his bed on all fours. This is his quote, "I am genuinely sorry for any confusion my foolish attempt at humor may have caused," he said in a statement to the Cayman Compass on Sunday, January 17th. "My deep sympathies to Miss Cayman, Mariah Tibbetts." I guess it's like a Miss USA? I'm not sure. Like Miss Cayman Islands? Who I don't know, and to the entire organization, as I had no intention of implying she was actually Miss Cayman. What a weird thing to lie about. Here's a naked girl. Oh, this is Miss USA. Why would you choose Miss Cayman? The strangest. I'm sure he knows Mariah. Hey pal, let me take a minute real quick just to ask a question. Are you subscribed? If you're not, please do so. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs before Valentine's Day. I'm going to bleach my beard, all that crazy stuff. Now, if you are subscribed, did you drop me a thumbs up yet? I mean, I really appreciate that. I hate to ask. I hate to ask, but YouTube is such a... and you need all the help you can get, and you are my help. So if you could drop me that, I appreciate that. And if you are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell. Because sometimes YouTube doesn't tell people what's going on, so you hit the bell, and then we'll all be on the same page. Okay, back to crazy Armie Hammer sexy stories. This is an article from the Daily Mail written by Tracy Wright. It reads, "Eagle-eyed fans noticed that among the tags he followed were provocative terms including knife, skills, and shibari." I don't know what that is, but the latter is a form of Japanese rope bondage. And if we know anything about the Japanese, we know they're into some crazy shit. Hammer's ex-girlfriend, Courtney Vucekovich, told Daily Mail in an exclusive interview that the Call Me By Your Name star, which, by the way, they're making a sequel. I never saw the first one, but they're making a sequel to that, was into a master-slave fetish kind of thing, and told her he wanted to break and eat her ribs. We knew that. Let's see. Dallas-based app founder said she met Hammer in June through mutual friends, and from the beginning he was intoxicating. I don't know why he said in a British accent, but it just felt right. He's a very charming, intense human being. But once you start talking to him, he's pretty aggressive right from the start. Not violent, but just sexually aggressive in the way he speaks. I believe that. She goes on to say he's magnetic, but that has helped him get away with this stuff. He's a very charming, larger-than-life personality. He's very affectionate. He makes you feel very safe and kind of on top of the world. And little by little, it gets deeper and darker. That sounds like almost every abusive relationship. I've never had one, but that's what it sounds like. He kind of gets obsessed with you. At first, you feel really safe. Then it gets a little strange. And then it gets more and more. And little by little, you're like, what's happening? It's very heavy. I just learned the word love bomb, and that's definitely what he does. Never heard that term. We'll look it up in a minute. Hammer's estranged wife, Elizabeth Chambers, whom he split with in July 2020, is said to be currently shocked and sickened over the revelations. A close friend exclusively told the Daily Mail Armie had a whole other side to him that she wasn't aware of. Whether it was always there and he kept it hidden or something happened that changed him completely, she doesn't know. So she says he never tried to eat her. I don't know about that. Even I want to take a nibble. I hope my wife isn't watching this. Love bombing is an attempt to influence a person by demonstrations of attention and affection. It can be used in different ways and for either positive or negative purposes. Psychologists have identified love bombing as a possible part of a cycle of abuse and have warned against it. Critics of cults use the phrase with the implication that the love is feigned and that the practice is psychological manipulation in order to create a feeling of unity within the group against a society perceived as hostile. Wow. From another Daily Mail article, this is Lorenz, by the way. That's her with Cowboy Armie. The article reads, Lorenzo, 22, opened up about her deeply traumatic 4-month relationship. In 4 months, this dude wanted to eat her already. And the wife wasn't aware of it? I don't know about that. With Hammer last week, describing how it left her emotionally and physically scarred. You know what? If it was a divorce, obviously, maybe contentious, I'm sure it was in some kind of prenuptial or in some kind of writing in the divorce papers that she couldn't say anything disparaging against him. So I'm guessing that's what was happening. The former professional skier turned Instagram model provided Daily Mail TV with an exclusive image of a sickening scar just millimeters away from her private parts that was left when Hammer allegedly carved his first initial A into her skin during a kinky sex game. I'm not going to show that picture, don't worry. You can go find it on your own, but that's not appropriate. She recently revealed that Hammer allegedly learned how to tie women up by practicing on mannequins he stored in the basement of the $5.8 million home he shared with his estranged wife and their 2 young children in Los Angeles. Whoa. That is literally what serial killers do for fun. She says, he told me that he had mannequins in his basement in his family home that Elizabeth and him were living at to practice rope tying on. It creeped me out, honestly, and it was really strange. I'd never even heard of anything like that before. Yes, that is weird. Anybody see the movie Maniac? It's literally about a serial killer who has a ton of mannequins. Now, I think that's the dummy that he has hidden in his basement to practice tying on. Anyway, he says, I was thinking about how perfect your breasts are, and I tried to come up with a chest harness that had a handle in the middle of your perfect breasts. Oh, and a, clitoris knot, for lack of a better word. Those pictures are from my old Snapchat. This is, I guess this is her revealing it, and the haters are like, no, you're lying or whatever. And on the other picture here it says, and a good leash for measure. There he is holding a rope that he can, walk her around with from behind. And then she responds. You see the response there at the bottom? I'm trying to, there's like a little thing, there's a little picture there, but the blue. She responds, oh my God, it's amazing, sir. Well, it looks like she's playing into it. It looks like she's good to go. Lorenz also claimed that Hammer talked about wanting to strangle his dog, a Welsh Terrier named Archie. She says, he would get angry at his dog and say, like, I'm going to kill this dog. I would have strangled him if you weren't here, she said, noting that she does not believe he ever hurt the animal. Well, people say shit like that, but I don't know. This guy, I don't know. He could actually do it. Lorenz's story about the basement mannequins was supported by photos posted online by another alleged former lover known on Instagram as Nastia D. Okay, so those pictures from somebody else. So that wasn't even Lorenz. That was somebody else who threw that up there. That is insane. 100% true. Fuck it. Fuck being alleged. This is 100% truth. 100%. Why would they pick Armie Hammer? They're not attacking him. I know what's-her-face was standing up for him for a hot second. Page6.com has it right here. A former Disney darling, Bella Thorne, that's what it was, has taken it upon herself to come to Armie Hammer's defense amid allegations that he has cannibalistic sexual fantasies. On Thursday, Thorne took to Instagram to slam fake screenshots going around about Armie Hammer. I don't know why the fuck she gives a shit. How, is she connected to him? Does she know him at all? I honestly can't believe this. People are crazy to fake this kind of shit. This poor guy and his kids, like, leave him and his family alone. No way, he's a freaking cannibal! What does Bella Thorne have to do with any of this? Why is she standing up for this dude? It doesn't make any sense to me. Just stay out of it. Go away. Go away. Lorenz said Hammer often tied her up, hit her with paddles, and planned out high protocol nights of painful sexual moves, which often left her covered in bruises. She said her lover, 12 years her senior, was sweet and kind, but manipulative. I think he definitely loved it that I was younger. Whoa, creepy. He always had me wear lingerie and tied me up. I just kind of agreed to it and let it happen. I was just trying to please him. He would say things like, I want to bite a piece of your skin off and eat it. And he would bite me so hard. Sometimes he would basically break skin. But not normal. And then she continues here. This is where we'll end it for today. I think we've had enough for now. I'm not trying to kink shame at all, Lorenz says, but I think that dangerous men sometimes use this as like a smokescreen for abusing and hurting women for their own sexual pleasure. True. I'm holding him accountable, and I think he knows that he's caused a lot of women pain, even if he doesn't want to admit it right now. And there is power in numbers. This situation is terrible. It's so unfair on his children. I think everyone is just so disgusted and shocked. Yeah, and that's where we're going to leave it for now, pal. That is your Armie Hammer update. Maybe there'll be more down the line. I wasn't planning on doing a second video on this, but the first one did so well, and people kept asking for an update, what's going on, what's happening. we have a bigger, broader picture. I think it's more clear that this guy does have a history of this kind of abuse, and it's frightening. It's scary to think about. Hug your loved ones close today, my friend. Remember, your friendly neighborhood master chaos comes at you with your daily dose of movie love. So subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Drop me a like. And I love you just the way you are. You don't need to change. You don't need to change for me. Be proud of yourself. Be grateful for every moment of your life, because your life matters. I remain to be continued.